Welcome back to Mountain Connections. Right now we have lifestyle expert and author Meaghan Murphy right here connecting with us virtually to talk about the importance of neighborhood connections. Meaghan, thanks so much for being here today. How are you?
Yay! Hi, Christine. Happy National Neighbor Day.
And yes, happy National Neighbor Day to you as well. Why is it so important to connect with our neighbors?
You know, we're in the midst of a loneliness epidemic, and I think it's been clear now more than ever how important those relationships are. You know, having strong ties to your community is proven mood magic.
And when you talk about having those strong ties to our community, something else that we can do is to support our local businesses as well, which helps connect with our neighbors.
So the Nextdoor is really basically the ultimate neighborhood network, and it allows you to connect with your community in a number of different ways. I mean, you can go onto the Nextdoor app and say hello and introduce yourself and connect with people right in your community that have very similar interests to you. You can also start groups. So you can say, hey, I'm training for a marathon. Who wants to run with me? You can say, hey, listen, I need a dog walker. Who wants to walk dogs with me? You know, it's a great way to volunteer, and it's also a great way to shout out, you know, great businesses and people in your community. And what I love about Nextdoor and this neighborhood network is that they partnered on, they just did some really cool study, and they found some really inspiring and encouraging statistics. And one of them is that 61% of US adults really want to be connected to their neighborhood. 72% of them really want to prioritize supporting local, shopping local, eating local. And 58% of US adults say they have a renewed appreciation for their neighborhood and their community, and they want that to go forward.
And I also understand that you have 4 ways that we can connect and celebrate our neighbors with each other, with supporting small businesses as well, and just being there for one another.
Sure, and so, you know, I kind of touched on a few of them, but a really big part of that is simply going on there and introducing yourself, you know, allowing yourself to connect and be part of a community, going on there and shouting out restaurants, writing reviews, getting recommendations. You know, we just had a great cupcake place that opened in my community called Victoria's, and nobody knew about it because it was sort of an out-of-the-way location. So I went to Victoria's, I posted on Nextdoor, and I said, by the way, the Nutella cupcakes are off the chain. Go there immediately. And by 3 o'clock the next day, those cupcakes were sold out. So it's really an incredible way to share your discoveries, to learn about other people's discoveries, and to connect and support small business that way. I also love it for volunteering. You know, I am the chief spirit officer of my community, and I paint these rocks with inspiring messages on them. It's a great way for me to rally other people in the community to paint. I got the Girl Scout troop involved. So it's a really neat place to connect and to give back and to volunteer. And you know, Nextdoor started something really, really cool. This is kicking off National Neighborhood Month. They started something called the #LoveYourNeighborhood Awards. And so that's a chance to go on the Nextdoor app or to go on Nextdoor.com and give those virtual high fives. So if you discover your version of Victoria's cupcakes, you go on there and you salute them with #LoveYourNeighborhood. If somebody's doing something really incredible, somebody painted a beautiful mural under the train trestle in my neighborhood, you know, we go on there and you shout out the artist with #LoveYourNeighborhood. You know, anything that inspires this sense of belonging, that we're all in this together. You know, our neighbors and our neighborhoods matter more than ever before.
And Meaghan, tell me more about your book, Your Fully Charged Life, and how that connects with what we're talking about today, being able to be there for one another in our neighborhoods.
Yeah, so my book is called Your Fully Charged Life, and it's a radically simple approach to having endless energy and filling every day with yay. And in the Love Charged chapter of the book, I talk a lot about the power of connection and the power of relationships to really boost our mood and make us, you know, feel a part of something bigger than ourselves. And I'm not just talking about, you know, your husband, your mother-in-law, or your kids, but your neighbors. I always say things like, think of a name tag as a gift. So when you're in the grocery store, instead of being head down on your phone behind a mask, make eye contact with the cashier. You know, if that name tag says Ed, hi Ed, how you doing? Right? Just those simple sparks of interaction that make people feel noticed and seen and heard and a part of something bigger than themselves.
Such an important message on this National Neighbor Day. Meaghan, where can we get more information about your book and about everything we've talked about today? And we want to encourage each other to connect with one another.
Sure. Well, so I'm always going to tell you to shop local. So if you have a local bookstore, you can find your Fully Charged Life there. Otherwise, it's available on Amazon and wherever books are sold. And you're going to go to the App Store and download the Nextdoor app. Just look for that little green N or head to nextdoor.com.
Well, Meaghan, thanks so much for joining us today. It's such an excellent reminder to celebrate our neighbors, to connect with one another, to support local businesses, say hi to people at the store, all the things that we can do to help improve our life and to be able to enjoy each other. Thank you so much, Meaghan, once again for being here today. We'll be back with more right after this.